Kings of the Wild was, I think a lot of people, it was a shock to a lot of people how well it did. Um, to me, like I wouldn't have been shocked a year before because I'm like, this is the best fucking book I ever written. And then 6 months before, when I found out that books could sell fucking 700 copies, I was like shook. And I was like, well, maybe, maybe things aren't going to work out. And then, I would look, I was like, what books are coming out that same week is it? And things like that. And at first I would look at its Goodreads ratings and things like their reads and see how much, like how many people were reading it and rating it and stuff like that. And I was, extremely fortunate that Kings of the Wild kind of took off and it did really well. And it ended up like earning out my advance within 10 months or something like that. And with Bloody Rose, I think because, it had an audience and there was a lot more like buzz around Bloody Rose coming out. And then an Orbit, they bent over backwards to make some really cool production, like some materials, promotion materials for that. I have like a T-shirt. Yeah, there you go. The
Dude,
bookmark.
this thing is just like all bent out of shape, but I love it so much.
Yeah, and it should be. Yeah. So I have a T-shirt with those written on the back, like it was like a tour shirt. Um, and yeah, they have the audiobook was codes for the audiobook were sent out in little cassette tapes. And to be fair, it's an easy book to market. I think that way, the rock and roll aspect of it, there's a lot of fun gimmicky stuff you can do with it. So I think with the first one, obviously no one's got the money, or they don't have the money to like, you don't know how a book's going to sink or swim, so you can't throw a lot of money at marketing a new book. And especially Kings of the Wild it was a different book than everything was coming out at the time, at the very end of like the grimdark era. And so I think once it took off, it's a bit more of not a sure thing by any means, but the money that they invest in it now will hopefully pay off. And